Early European colonization. After 1492, the Atlantic Ocean was no longer a barrier. It became a bridge. News of new lands spread across Europe, lands filled with resources, opportunity, and promise. And soon, other nations followed. Spain, France, the Netherlands, England. Each arrived with different goals. Each left a lasting mark. This was the beginning of early European colonization. 1. The race begins. European explorers arrived. Spain moved first and fast. Spanish explorers, known as conquistadors, pushed deep into the Americas. They claimed land in the Caribbean, Central America, South America, and parts of what is now the southern United States. France focused on North America's rivers and forests. French explorers traveled the St. Lawrence River, the Great Lakes, and the Mississippi River. The Dutch, masters of trade and shipping, arrived next. They built trading posts along the Atlantic coast, including New Netherland in present-day New York. Finally came the English, slow at first, but determined. They explored the eastern coastline, searching for land to settle and control. By the early 1600s, Europe was no longer just visiting, they were staying. 2. Why they came: gold and wealth. For Spain, the goal was clear: gold. Spanish explorers searched relentlessly for precious metals. They sent shiploads of silver and gold back to Europe, making Spain one of the richest empires in the world. For other nations, wealth meant trade. Fur, fish, timber, and crops became valuable resources. The New World was not just land, it was profit. Religion and power. Religion played a powerful role. Spain and France sought to spread Christianity, especially Catholicism. Missionaries followed explorers, building churches and converting indigenous peoples. England, divided by religious conflict, saw the New World as an escape. Some settlers came seeking freedom to practice their faith without persecution. Others came to spread their beliefs to others. Land and a new life. For many Europeans, the New World offered something rare: land. In Europe, land was controlled by the wealthy. In the Americas, land seemed endless. Poor farmers, laborers, and families hoped for a fresh start. They dreamed of owning land, of independence, of a better future. But dreams quickly met reality. The land was unfamiliar, the climate was harsh, and survival was far from guaranteed. Jamestown, the English struggle. In 1607, England established its first permanent colony, Jamestown in Virginia. The settlers were unprepared. Many were not farmers. Food was scarce. Disease spread quickly. Winters were brutal. At one point, settlers resorted to eating animals, roots, and even leather. Without help from local indigenous tribes, Jamestown would not have survived. French and Dutch challenges. French settlements focused on trade rather than farming. They built trading posts and alliances with indigenous nations, especially for the fur trade. This cooperation helped French colonies survive, but made them vulnerable to conflict. The Dutch built strong trading centers, but their colonies remained small. Eventually, English forces took control of Dutch lands, including New Amsterdam, renaming it New York. Spanish control and conflict. Spanish colonies grew large and powerful. They built cities, missions, and forts. But their rule relied heavily on forced labor. Indigenous resistance was met with violence. Though Spain dominated early, constant conflict weakened its control over time. A fragile beginning. Early colonies were fragile. Many failed, many disappeared completely. Disease, starvation, conflict, and harsh environments took countless lives. Only through adaptation, cooperation, and persistence did some survive. These early struggles shaped the future of America. The foundation is set. By the early 1600s, European nations had planted their flags across the land, not yet a nation, not yet united, but permanently changed. The age of exploration had become the age of colonization, and the story of America was only just beginning. Music slowly fades out.